Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother.
Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Saturday, August 27th, 2022, and time is 7:27 p.m. Jersey time. Okay, so here we go. Got another story of the psychopaths, and a black man. Black man in America can't get a break from these cops, can he? These psychopath cops. All right, this is, looks like this is reported on U.S. News, I think. The Guardian, okay. And this is stated August 19th. Black man left paralyzed after Texas police allegedly slammed him onto the concrete. And there you go. There's the story right there. Oh, that's not the story. That's the story right there. Now, I've asked around different cops I come in contact and I have a talk, and I ask them, what is the need? I've watched people get arrested in these videos, and it seems like the minute they're under arrest, the cops automatically have to pick them up, slam them on the ground. I watched the show Adam 12. You know, when Pete Malloy and Reed there want to arrest somebody, they turn around and they put the handcuffs on. Now you fast forward 45, 50 years later, and the cops, when they arrest you, you might as well get ready for it, because they're going to pick you up and slam you on the ground. So this is a slam on the ground story. Lawyers of a black Texas man and civil rights activists are calling for justice after he was allegedly grabbed and slammed onto concrete ground by police officers at a jail in Beaumont, Texas, leaving him paralyzed from the chest down. On Wednesday, lawyers of the 41-year-old Christopher Shaw hosted a press conference and that called for justice for Shaw, who was severely injured while in custody on June 2021. According to a lawsuit filed last month, Shaw was arrested on the 12th of June 2021 over misdemeanor public intoxication charges after Beaumont police officer James Gillen found him standing in the middle of a roadway in need of medical assistance. Shaw was then taken to a hospital to be evaluated before being transported to Jefferson County Correctional Facility in Beaumont, where he was restrained for non-compliance. Before entering the facility, Mr. Shaw slightly turned his body. Defendant Gillen responded by attempting to slam Mrs. Shaw to the concrete platform at the rear entrance of the facility, the lawsuit said. You know, they only know violence. That's all they know. This is what they treat them. They train them in the academy. They treat them to be violent. They're violent already. They're predisposed to be violent as it is. And then they get trained to be violent. This is training. Training tells them if the guy's doing something, slam him to the ground instead of backing up. He's at the jail. He's got to have handcuffs on him. What's he going to do? He landed on his head and fractured his spine in multiple places, the lawsuit alleges. Shaw asked for help from jail staff and employees of the jail medical contractor Core Health, but they refused to help him, according to the lawsuit. Well, that's nice. When Shaw asked one nurse for assistance, she allegedly told him, "I won't help you until you help yourself." Well, that's nice. That's good to see everybody has a lot of compassion and empathy. The lawsuit added that Shaw was left alone in his jail cell for approximately 20 hours. Man, he had a fractured spine, laying there for 20 hours. You know, he might have been okay if they got him to the hospital quick enough and they could do some work on him. Or someone attended to him medically. While he was left alone in his cell, he defecated and urinated on himself multiple times due to his inability to control his bowels and kidney functions, the lawsuit said. Only later was an ambulance called for him and he was taken to the hospital again, where he underwent various emergency surgeries. Upon coming back to jail from the hospital, Mr. Shaw clearly showed signs of paralysis. Specifically, Mr. Shaw was not ambulant. Mr. Shaw was placed in a wheelchair, and with the assistance of another officer, Mr. Shaw was wheeled back into JCCF. Mr. Shaw was unable to control his lower extremities, the lawsuit said. Shaw has since filed a lawsuit against police officer James Gillen, the city of Beaumont, and Core Health. Good. During Wednesday's press conference, Candace Matthews, the statewide steering committee chair for Reverend Jesse Jackson's Rainbow Push Coalition, said We're dealing with America's chaos and from police brutality. That is exactly what we're dealing with. We're dealing with road cops that operate on ignorance and authority and thuggery, I might add. And that is a dangerous combination because the end result is what has happened to dear brother Christopher Shaw. We're dealing with lack of accountability. Yep, because accountability breeds responsibility. Well, we know the police are not responsible for anything. The taxpayers are responsible for them. Law enforcement to be responsible enough to hold their officers accountable when wrongdoing has been done. Well, good luck on that one. Speaking to KBMT last September, Beaumont Police Chief James Singletary said that although he felt very badly about the gentleman that got injured, Gillen was just doing his job. Yeah, just doing his job. See, in that chief's mind, beating the crap out of somebody, slamming them on the ground, breaking their spine, cracking their skull, not getting them any medical assistance. That is standard operating procedure. I wonder if there's any video on this one. Gillen was just doing his job. Well, Gillen's lawyer is going to be doing his job, and the taxpayers will be paying out. And who knows? These officers involved, they'll probably get a promotion for taking another black man off the street. On Thursday, the bishop and social activist William Barber II of a nonprofit organization Repairs of the Breach called for the Texas Governor Greg Abbott to release the... Oh, there is video. Today we ask and demand Governor Abbott demand the release of the video, and any other politician that cares about justice that are running for office should be demanding the release of the video, Barber said at a press conference. The case is about investigating a pattern in practice, which is nationwide, of violence, which made the officers think he could do this in the first damn place. I don't know. Well, we know why they think they can do it, because there's no accountability. When there's accountability, when they have a dog in a fight, then they'll think twice about the bullshit that they're doing. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen to this cop. Nothing. We must have a full and thorough investigation, not only here, but also the U.S. Department of Justice, to ensure that anyone can be safe, and even if you're arrested, an arrest is not a death sentence or a license to maim. So there you are. You're drunk out in the middle of the road. The psychopaths show up. They arrest you, put you in the car. They take you back to, take you to the hospital. No, they, what'd they do? They picked them up, they slammed them down at the jail, right? Yeah, slammed down at the jail, breaking his spine. They throw him in the jail cell, probably further injured him. Let him sit there for 20 hours while he's shit and piss all over himself, and nobody said, oh, maybe there's a problem here. And who's, in the end result, who's paying the price? You, the taxpayer, and me, the taxpayer. Well, taxpayers in Texas, they pay the price for his bad cop behavior, for his violent culture that it's out there protecting and serving the government. Very sad, huh? I'm John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. Put the link in the description. Let me know what you think about that story. Till next time, people.